Hello, everybody. This is the instructors from Simplicity. I'm Dr. Chad Hawk. We've got Chris Cox, Dustin Barton, and Tom Gargiulo with us. But I wanted everybody to understand that something amazing is coming into our profession. Actually, it's here, and it's the Simplicity program. And Simplicity is exactly what its name connotes. We are trying to bring chiropractic back to what's pure, simple, straightforward, and makes sense as far as all principles are concerned, as far as the way you live your life is concerned, as far as how we move and live in this world. Chris, why in the world did you get involved with a group like this?
For lots of reasons. When Steve Hoffman actually brought this idea up and brought the four of us together, it actually just, maybe you guys have experienced this before, that have you ever heard something that you knew was just right? Like you didn't have to question it, you didn't have to think about it. It's just like an innate, like, oh my God, this is it. Every day for me couldn't be more the right time, the right people involved, the right message in helping direct the next evolution of chiropractic and the chiropractic profession. So I'm incredibly excited about it. Having been through teaching the Simplicity Intensives 1 and 2 already, what we have in store for people is pretty amazing. I don't think it's really possible to. I think, Shay, you use this example. It's impossible to know what chocolate tastes like until you actually taste chocolate. And so the Simplicity program is just like that. Is you have really no idea what you're in for, but it is a truly amazing transformational experience. So for me, Simplicity was just right.
We need to look back at what our past has been as well too, and uncover that. So whoever this reaches. I got to give props to anybody that's helped influence me and guide me along the way that honestly did lead me to this place that we sit here today. So whether good or bad, one way or the other, it allowed me to find what it was that I was looking for. And every time that I was stopping and looking for something else to be involved with, looking to see what the profession had to offer, everything seemed so complex. Everything was, do this the way that I did, and you'll see thousands of people. Then the next guy you listen to or woman said, you know what, do this, and you'll be happy at 100 a day, 100 a week, and that's what your office should look like. So for me, it became, why is it happening for some and not all? And when we all came together and started brainstorming through the likes of Steve Hoffman, it brought great clarity to why I was pursuing what I was. I had always listened. I'd always been a person that loved to be coached, but I never really liked to be told what to do, and that was the only way to do it. But once we started all talking and I had some guidance from others that said, do what I'm saying, but within your own scope of who you are, that's where this really brought into full circle of all the things that we've done, not just chiropractically, but the things that you learn along the way in your life, the things that you understand that are trials and triumphs. The idea now that we've had Simplicity 1 and Simplicity 2 of being able to see what this has done for other people's lives. We know how it's impacted and literally saved and changed our lives with the way that we've aligned ourselves as we've gone forward through life. But now being able to say there's something that people are seeing and understanding that isn't just the next thing. We're not trying to compete with another day 1 or day 2 program. We're not trying to compete with another program that's out there that is all about how many numbers can you get through the door. Those are great things if that's what you're looking for, but what we've all developed and found in our life through our own self-identity is freedom. And freedom comes through understanding the difference between opportunities, distractions, and really focusing on what is simple in life and bringing it to what you want and being happy for what you want and then celebrating that at the end.
Oh, you bet, absolutely. I have seen a lot of different coaching groups, and I've been part of many of them over the years. And what I loved about Simplicity is Simplicity, I guess after about 20 years in practice, I realized that I needed to figure this out for myself as far as what I want to do, how I want to do it. So my motto became consciously creating my life in my own ideal. And what we've created with Simplicity is not only our practice life, creating the practice of your dreams, but it's creating also the life of your dreams and looking into your own life, your spousal relationship, your relationship with your kids, with your peers, with your social environments, and with your finances as well. And it's not, which I love this, as Dustin said, it's not about do what we do or do what we did. It's about do what you want to do, but do it for all the right reasons and do it consciously. So I believe Simplicity does a beautiful job of helping you to find who you really are and help you answer questions you may have never asked, which is, what do I really want my practice to look like, and how can I achieve that? And
the greatest thing that we've come up with within Simplicity is the idea that you need to discover who you are first. I think all too much we find too many people wanting to be who they think they are, but essentially what they're doing is being mini-me's of everybody else that's out there. And so we have it laid out for before you even come into the program. Coincidentally enough, it's a screening process before you even come in to make sure, are you in the right mindset coming into the program to be able to have the idea that you want to figure out truly who you are. And how great is that to align it with a program like this, which then you can in turn look and say, how can I implement that into my office? That strategy of being able to understand better of who your practice members are coming through the door is the same thing we're doing within our program. We're not trying to get as many people through the door. We're looking for the right people to create the right family. And from there, once we identify those people and you identify that this is the place you want to be, from there we dig into not who you are, but why you do what you do. And I think that's a huge distinction that a lot of people don't understand. They're told through different profiles of this is who you are, but they don't truly understand why they do what they do. And once you understand how you are when you're in a healthy state, when you're in an unhealthy state, you become more conscious of not only who you are, but the actions that you take. And when you become conscious, you no longer act on just subconscious processes throughout your life, which thus, when you really identify that, that's where certainty, clarity, and celebration can come throughout your life as you come through this program.
Yeah, I think you nailed on some of the really key things here. Is that the reality is that when you are not being the truest version of yourself, the byproduct of that is you're being something that you're not, right? And I can speak from years of experience of this, of doing things and being things and someone that I was not. And I ended up actually creating a lot of success, so to speak, from a business perspective, being somebody and living someone else's goals, dreams, and objectives. For me, it was searching for approval and all that kind of stuff. And I tell you what, I accomplished a lot of things, and every one of them was hollow. Every one of them. I hit all these mile markers, and it was like, okay, well, now what? What's next? Okay, what's the next game? And it never meant anything to me because it ultimately was trying to work towards something that wasn't me and wasn't originated from me. So while a lot of really great things occurred in my life from a success perspective, my definition has changed. And the things that create happiness in my life are deliberate, thought about, and directed. There's a filter that goes through now when I hear something or when I think about taking action, and that's what the Simplicity program is about. It starts with an understanding that who you are is different than everybody else on this planet, and the practice that you should have should be solely directed by you. And until you can figure out who you are and get free from what society and what our profession tells us we should be doing or shouldn't be doing, or one particular way to do things, you end up living someone else's dream. And that will either be hollow, or you will find that you are completely stuck and can't seem to make any movement towards your goals or objectives because they are not your goals and objectives. So Simplicity program starts to sort that out for people. Get this stuff straight in your head and allow you to move forward and celebrate your life because it's your life. Right? It's not somebody else's game you're playing. This is the game that you get to design and love and enjoy the process of creating it. Right? Celebration is not an end result. right? It's a mindset of the process that you go through in creating this amazing life that we have the opportunity to do. So if things are not looking the way you want them to look, it's time to really examine why that is. And that's what the Simplicity program is designed to do, is help you figure those things out and how to take actionable steps, ask the right questions for you, and help to figure those things out.
People have just a few weeks left to register for this program. They do get a $500 discount if you mention this video when you apply to become part of the Simplicity group at practicesimplicity.org. Tom, why would you tell somebody who's watching this right now to register for Phoenix February?
I'd say a couple of reasons. The biggest one would be to make not only 2016, but all the years beyond that, an actual evolution for them. So this year will be different than last year. One of the awesome side benefits of Simplicity, besides the program, which is just stellar, is the family that we've created, and being able to know chiropractors from all over, that they're not carbon copies of you. They don't practice exactly how you do. They don't even believe everything that you believe necessarily, but there's this foundation that you all have in the Simplicity program that makes it fun to get together, wanting to get together outside of the normal seminars just so you can hang with each other, because we have so much enjoyment with each other because we're real. I know several years ago it was a goal of mine and my wife to enhance our social circle as far as finding real friends, and that is very, very difficult. And I'll tell you, in Simplicity, it's easy because everyone is their true self. No one's putting on airs, no one's being fake. And one of the things that I love about it is that starts right with the four of us. I mean, I've never seen a more authentic group of leaders and teachers than the four of us. When I observe us teach, I mean, we are telling everything that's really going on, and we open the closet and look under the bed, and it's not always pretty, but it's how we've lived our life, and it's what we've learned. And as Dustin said, it's what brought us to where we are right now. So there's so many side benefits, but the first one is just make 2016 for the first time your year, the year about you.
Yeah, absolutely. I want those of you watching to know from us, I want to echo everything everybody has said. We are a family. We are committed to each other. We support each other. We cherish our friendship with each other. It's important, and it goes beyond I'm a network guy or an upper cervical guy, or I only do Logan. It's about being together, serving each other, and watching the change come about in an organic way in all areas of our life. One of the core things we didn't explicitly say is foundational components is relationships. And really, chiropractors are very dysfunctional when it comes to relationships. And it's time for that subluxation to be adjusted. It's time to become clear. It's time to become genuine. And in your life, and you're at that stage from 3 to 14 years in practice when you know that you've got a long time left and you want it to look different, do what you can to get to Phoenix. Contact us directly. If you have an email, you can send it to info@practicesimplicity.org, and I'll get it to the right person that needs to address those issues. You can contact me directly at 303-525-6153, or go to the website, practicesimplicity.org, and register at Phoenix. Thank you, everybody, and we hope that this year is an absolute blessing and free time for you that propels you into a new part of your life.